Okay. I will call this meeting to order. All members are present and we will say the pledge of allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Looking forward to having our kiddo leaders back next month. All right, agenda item B, Tigers Roar, back to school. This evening, we're doing something a little different for Tigers Roar than we normally do. Normally, people know who's being recognized in Tigers Roar, and we give you a little bit more information, but we wanted to do a bit of surprise, and so with that, Mr. Ridenauer.
So you'll see it's back to school, and from Miss Jones's leadership and Miss Mashburn, we're all about sharing the good things that we do at Telephone Public Schools. And usually I can't even say hello without crying, so we're gonna try to get through this. It's very dear to my heart. So we talk about building relationships and how important it is that kids love going to school. So who we're honoring today is none other than Cherokee Elementary and their home blitz that they performed. And so we're here to honor Principal Marissa McCoy and Vice Principal Tritja. Just of what all they have done to pull this event off. They have invested in their staff and made their staff believe how important this night is. They had 33 staff members show up. They not only got the superintendent involved, the assistant superintendent, director of operations, Mr. Jones, Nikki Malloy, the family and community engagement person, and their big thing, and even me, is Paul Martin. And the maps that he provided for us to go, because we went down some pig trails to where our buses go, just to see all of these kids and make a connection with them. And I have Amanda Dry, Sarah Jordan, and Miss Lori Robertson that's just gonna give you a little tidbit about what this night means to them. So Ms. Dry, we'll start with you.
Like Carr said, I'm Amanda Dry. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Cherokee Elementary. This is the start of my 19th year with Alpha Public Schools. And I say that because I'm gonna try not to cry too. I have a lot of great memories that I've made in this district. But by far, Home Blitz is one of the most special nights that we can be part of. It's like Carr said, it's all about building relationships, and it is the perfect stepping stone to reaching our students and their families. We had kids bear hugging us, tackling us, happy to see us, but we had just as many parents putting their arm around us, happy to see us, embracing us on their doorstep. So it's truly something special to be a part of. And to take it one step further, the way it bonds our staff is like no other. And Abby, you've been there for that too. We're excited, the summer's ending, we're ready to be back in our buildings, and then we're together and we're with our kids, greeting them, getting in the vans together, the dogs, getting in the park. It's a night of laughter, it's a night of tears, it's just truly, truly something to remember, and I'm so thankful that I've been able to be a part of it. And one last thing, a lot of you might know our motto at Cherokee is every child, every day, and what better way, to put that into play than to go to every household of every student and look at them and say, hey, we're so happy to see you and we've missed you, and we're ready to see you back in our building this year. So I want to just say thank you to Amy, Marissa, even Abby back in the day, and everybody that's had a part in this. It takes a lot of work, it's a lot of effort, but it is the most worthwhile thing that we do. So thank you guys for allowing me to talk a little bit about that.
This is my favorite night of all school year. So now we have a young teacher here, Miss Sarah Jordan.
Hi, my name is Sarah Jordan, and I've been at Talcott Public Schools. This will be my second year, but this is my first year at Cherokee. I'll be teaching first grade, and I'm super excited. This might be my favorite. I haven't gotten there yet, but where's the fact that it will be? It was a great experience, and the two things that I remember is every kid that we asked, are you ready to come back to school? Without a doubt, they were like, yes, yep, when? And then one of the other things that I thought stood out
overall was even the kids that had went to Cherokee and are now in the high school or middle school, they were just as excited to see us as the little kids. So you can tell that they've really put in that time to build those relationships, and it doesn't leave when they exit fifth grade. So that was really important to me.
So now we'll get Miss Lori Robertson up here, we'll get her,
As I leave my house tonight, I was telling my son I was coming up here, and he goes, I said, they get the worst person to talk to adults. Speak in front of people, and he goes, just look at everybody and think they're children. I said, okay, I can do that. So here I am. My name is Lori Robertson. I'm starting my 21st year at Telefob. Some was at Greenwood, some was at Cherokee. My motto for whenever I introduce myself, Lori Robertson, Cherokee Elementary, that's just elementary in the district. For those of you from other sides, I still love you. But the thing is, I teach second grade, and this night is so special in the fact of that we don't always get to see parents. They don't get to see our heart for their kids. And we came across, I was with Lacey, and we came across parents who were new to the district, who were new to our sites, who were new to telephone in general. And one lady just looked at me, she goes, are you really here just to meet us? And I said, yeah, we're just here to, welcome you, we're ready to see everybody. And I said, your son, and he was so excited, put on his new shoes to run up and down the driveway and everything. But he was so excited, he's gonna be a kindergartner this year. But it's the look on the faces, because we've already put out ahead that we're gonna be coming to your home and things like that. They are so excited for that moment when we pull up. And this year we actually had things that said telephone on them, so we look like crazy people jumping up, the clown car. But it's just the excitement of seeing the sweet faces that you've had prior to. Lacey was there, and she goes, this is because she's not in the classroom anymore. She goes, this is what I miss. And about that time, we were doing a FaceTime with a student, and this girl out of nowhere on there goes, it's Miss Wilson! It was crazy. And Telephone really works hard at making those connections with their families. And my motto on anything is attitude reflects leadership. Leadership at Cherokee Elementary is so special to me. I lost my husband 2 years ago, and the family that is there is permeated to me, but to all of my extended family. But that's what we show to our kids. We walk into our building and people just go, oh, it's like being at home. And that's what we want our kids to see. And that's why this night is so special to us, is because we get to put that foot out before they ever come into our building to set that mode that we want to have for the rest of that model. And so when they see us kids that we have had in class, kids we haven't had in class, we're so excited because we see them in the hallway. They know us. They're going, oh, it's Mrs. Robertson. Oh, it's whoever is with you, whoever's in your team. But they are just so thrilled to see you. And that's what makes this night so special, is because it has set the pace for the rest of the school year, because they know we care enough to come see where they live, to not care where they live, to not care what they look like when they come to the door. If we had one kid come in with a pair of panties, to the door, then we, oh, so-and-so's in the back, back, let me go put some pants on, kind of thing. But we see them in their element. We get to see where they come from, and that gives us a different heart for the people that we see in our classrooms, because I don't know where they come from, they don't know where I come from, but when I walk into their house, and when the parents invite you in, their house isn't anything special, but they're just so glad that you came to be there for 5 seconds, that you can just feel the love from them to us and us to them. So I just want to thank my team. I want to thank my principal, my vice principal, and Miss Keys, because of the fact of they have made this happen. They have instilled what an important role it is to build that connection with our kids. And when we go back to see them, we know we did it, so thank you so much.
I think that went a little better than we expected. So, we're just gonna stand up here and smile for a little bit. So, and we've had great things from our other sites. We've been getting pictures all day about how they're welcoming their staff and just everything that they're doing. All of our sites are doing a tremendous job, but when someone goes above and beyond, we're gonna have little surprises like this throughout the year, so get ready. Because just like our Facebook page, it's blowing up with all the good things that are happening at Tahlequah Public Schools, and that's what we want the public to see. That's what we want everyone to see, and I want to be able to hear it stand. I hope I get to do this every month because I love it. I'm going to try to break little handkerchiefs so I'm not all lying. So one last time, let's give it up for Cherokee Elementary. You ladies do it.
Before we started, I can't wait to bring the Nemos back to their real mamas. They're excited to come back to school though. We missed Lynn's night because we don't have air conditioning at our house. I'm sad, but we're gonna do it. Public to be heard. We do have one member of the public to be heard. I am going to read the rules and then we will hear from Phyllis. How do you say your last name?
Plana?
Plana, okay. Members of the public shall be allowed to attend all meetings of the Board of Education. In addition, the Board of Education will have an item on the regular meeting agenda that affords citizens the right to address the Board of Education on items pertaining to education or the operation of the school district. The item will appear prior to any business being conducted by the Board of Education. A resident wishing to address the Board of Education must fill out a form before the meeting and submit it to the board clerk. The speaker is to move to the lectern upon being recognized by the board president and give his or her full name and address. The speaker will be allowed 5 minutes to address the board. The board and administrative staff will not respond to questions or comments at the meeting. The resident may receive a written response as soon as possible. Questions and complaints relating to employees of the district will not be permitted at this time. Such questions are to be referred to the superintendent at another time. Presentation or discussion of matters which are currently under legal review will not be permitted. Please come up.
Good evening, I'm Phyllis Plana. I have 3 children in the Tahlequah Public Schools district. And in the last few years, it's come to my attention that Tahlequah Public Schools does not have a lifting team. I believe this is a missed opportunity for Tahlequah Public School students, as I have a student who would greatly appreciate being involved in such a team, and who is already competing outside of school. I perhaps am not comprehending why Tahlequah Public Schools does not have a team. If it is not possible to have a team, is it possible for a singular student, such as my son, to lift under Tahlequah Public Schools' name, and exactly how would that work? I am fine with providing whatever he needs financially in order to do so. Or maybe it would be also possible to have a lifting club instead of a team. And I would also like to apologize if this is not the appropriate place to ask these questions. But I've asked these questions over the last couple of years, and I've sent emails and I haven't gotten anything in response. So that's why I'm here today. And thank you for listening.
Thank you. All right, item D, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And a second. All right, discussion? Ms. Walker? Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford?
Aye.
And aye. Item E, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the monthly financial reports.
Good evening. I don't have anything to make you guys cry or any good stories. I just got a whole bunch of numbers, so I'm sorry.
This can make them cry.
No, these numbers don't make you cry. Our bank balance at the end of July was $13,176,033.54. Our receipts for the month of July for the general fund were $2,882,832.05. Building fund receipts were $5,178.36. Bond fund, $4,875,500. Sinking fund, $26,608.43. That brings the general fund balance to $6,789,603.25. Building fund is $1,255,415.60. Co-op fund is $6,996.06. Bond fund is $4,975,000. Sinking fund is $149,018.63. Go on to our activity accounts. At the end of July, the activity account balance was $999,129.50. Your utilities are in there. I looked back at June utilities from last year compared to this year, and actually we paid less this year for electricity, and we paid $198 less for gas. So we don't have all the numbers for July yet, so until we move our board meetings to the third week, I'll probably have to report on the month prior when we have all the numbers finished up. You guys have any questions?
Those new rates for TPWA go into effect September.
So we haven't got a letter from them yet,
I don't know why, I don't know.
so.
But it's, anybody who's on TPWA, everybody goes up.
Waiting for that.
Now we're crying.
Yeah.
I need your side of your shirt, Carl, since they're all crying up here.
You guys good? Okay.
Sabrina, the volleyball change. I have it here. It is to add, for the reason that funds can be expended, awards, banquet supplies and expenses, senior night supplies and expenses, hospitality meals, hotels and camps. That is in addition to the fund. It's just a change in what they can do with the funds raised in that account. We'll just
So
approve,
separate vote.
we'll approve all of them after we get the child nutrition report.
Good evening. Well, child nutrition is already rocking and rolling. We're super excited to get this school year started. It's started off really well so far. We're really happy to be able to go back serving our students in the traditional way, the pre-COVID way. Breakfast, lunch, and supper will be served in the cafeterias at all sites, and we'll be going back to serving all the options. Provided we can avoid any shortages or outages from vendors. I'm sure you're well aware that happens frequently now. We got our fingers crossed though. Our teams are gonna have many, many new faces. And we cannot wait to see all the kids coming through the lines. It's the best part of the day. If anybody ever wants to come serve and get your day brightened by those kids, let me know. We could probably use you. As you know, free and reduced application season is upon us, and we are off to a running start. I'm sure you've heard, we now accept applications online through WinGauge. It is awesome. As of today, we've received 543 applications, and that translates to 821 students being processed already. We've gotten all positive feedback from families about the online applications. Some comments that I've received, the application is so quick and easy to complete. Another one said, well, at least it won't get lost between home and the child nutrition office. Good point. Then I even had one say, Well, it's nice that you're saving some trees, because printing the application packets that are huge is a lot of paper. So I'm super pleased with the applications online. Highly recommend everybody do it before school starts, which leads me to, that's another good reason. Because everybody that has submitted an application, they're gonna know what their status is before the first day of school, so they can prepare for the first day of school. Because as you know, unfortunately, we have to go back to free, reduced, or full pay meals. So we would like everybody to hop online and get those forms filled out before school starts. I will stay, if I get 500 applications on Friday evening, I will stay until they're all done. And that's what we're gonna do on Monday night. Heidi and I will be in the office during the open houses. Miss Nikki is so gracious, yes ma'am. She's going to have helpers out, helping anybody that needs help with their online application. Will be in our office, Heidi and I will be, to answer any questions, help people if they need help. And we will stay all night long if we have to get the applications done before the next day, for the first day of school. It just makes it that much easier. Oh, and families are still able to completely manage their students' lunch accounts online. They can make payments, see daily transactions and account balance. It's super simple. I've had lots of people call my office. Thank you to the board staff for sending them my way. Easy resolve. It's been great. And that is it. Does anybody have any questions? I get ahead of myself and then I forget where I am in my writing. Anybody have any questions? All right, child nutrition, we rock and roll.
All right, do I have an item, or a motion to approve the monthly financials? That includes the change of volatile activity account.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Coughlin?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? Aye. And aye. Item F, superintendent report.
Well, super excited to talk to you about some of the things that have been going on. We got to see something that we got to surprise right there, and I know Marissa's probably not happy about being in the public eye. But she and Amy and the teachers there just truly deserved that recognition for that hard work. And thank you, Carr, for pulling that all together for us. So last week, we did some PD around the district. And we had 36 teachers that attended dyslexia, 72 that attended trauma training, 15 attended classroom management, 9 attended keys to comprehension, 31 attended secondary ELA training, 43 elementary curriculum training, 40 PLC training, 26 bringing words to life, 7 gizmos training, and 36 attended conscious discipline training. And that was in 3 days worth of professional development summit that was our first of this, all funded by 2 of our large grants from the U.S. Department of Education. So we had some great professional learning done here in the district last week. So I just wanted to report a little bit on that to you. We have 37 new teachers this year, 37 new certified staff, and 27 support staff. Large number, so Deanne has been kept hopping, and the ladies at personnel, they probably could be here 24 hours a day, and not to mention in the sites, and getting them all acclimated to our district. But we're extremely excited about all the hires that we have. We know that they're going to be fantastic and just come right into our families and embody what it is we're looking for here at TPS. Today, we had an event at the high school for freshman orientation, and there were 278 freshman students that showed up for the freshman orientation today. As Carr mentioned, I am bombarding Facebook with everything great about us, and so you can get on there and see some of the photos of that, some of the comments from people. But I mean, had people texting me today and saying, hey, my child was so scared to get out of the car today and almost to a panic attack, and an hour later got a text from her, said, hey, she has a friend, someone, told her, I've got your back, I've been through that, I'll be here for you all year long, and the child's experience was completely changed from that moment on. So, it was awesome, never something that I have watched and I'm hoping to participate and help in the future. So that was absolutely fantastic for our new high school children today.
I didn't hear
How many freshmen total? A little over?
that. We have usually about 340.
That's what I thought, so that's almost
Yeah.
all of it.
It was our best
Great,
year.
right?
We've always done a back to school, like an orientation, but we've not always had link through, which is a training that a couple of our, Jennifer Lynn and some of our other teachers get, and then they train students. So then the students, it's like training the trainer, and then they get their group, and it's the most we've ever had this year.
It was reminding me of Great Expectations with students leading, all over the campus, they were everywhere, and it was fantastic. We are preparing for our open house for everyone, which is next Monday, it's from 4 to 7. We're highly encouraging all of our friends and our families to attend. That evening, hotspots will be available for 3rd through 12th grade students who do not have access at home, so they'll be able to check those out that evening. Transportation, child nutrition, as she mentioned, et cetera, will be there. Nikki and all her crew will be at each of the sites. If they need help with any type of benefits, they can get that help when they're there that evening. And then big day, next Tuesday is our first day of school, and we're just ready for it to be here. Some people probably wish I would slow that down. I'm ready for it to be here. And just a reminder to our public that the buildings are open at 7:30 for drop-off this year. I know there was a lot of conversation about that, so we did back the time back to 7:30. That should be very helpful to our families. After-school program will start the first day. We just need to make sure that everybody goes to open house and make sure their child is enrolled in after-school before they leave them that day. I'm gonna put some information out about COVID procedures tomorrow. I sent that letter to you all that we'll be sending out to the family. In a nutshell, CDC no longer recommends distancing and contact tracing, so that's something that we won't be doing as a district right now. We're going to ask that people continue to monitor their child's health. If they have a fever, they need to stay home, and list other symptoms that they need to watch for. If a child does test positive, then right now it is 5 full days of isolation for positive cases of COVID. Day 0 counts the first day they have symptoms. If they don't have symptoms when they test, day 0 starts on the day of their test. After the 5 days, they can come back to school. It's a recommendation from the CDC that persons wear a mask when they come back for that next 5 days, but as you know, that's something we cannot require as a school district per state law. We're just gonna make sure everybody knows that we're gonna continue with the cleaning and the prep of our facilities. If we do find that someone is COVID positive, we'll make sure that they get in there and sanitize that room extra special. Frequent hand washing, other health protocols, and making sure we have hand sanitizer in all of our buildings. A couple other things, we are implementing the late start Fridays again, as you know, but that does not start this first week. It starts on September 9th after Labor Day. And our safety, something else we're working on for back to school, the principals, SRO, other staff have been working on their site crisis plans. We're gonna have a district-wide safety meeting this Thursday morning with all staff at 8 a.m. And we're gonna talk about general safety practices and district practices that need to be reminded and reviewed. 2 big things that we're going to work on as a district are name badges. Everyone has a photo ID badge if they work for us, and then we're going to insist that they wear them when they are on campus. And we're going to insist that doors remain locked, exterior and interior doors, because we know that's one of the best lines of defense we have is a locked door. And we have exterior doors locked and classroom doors locked, and they have 2 things they've got to get through before they can hurt one of our students, which is what we don't ever want to happen. Enrollment, we have, as of today, Miss Victoria enrollment has been working around the clock, I think, on enrollment, and we have 3,592 students fully enrolled at TPS today. 3,592. We have 177 pre-K students, which that number, Misty's like, yay, is larger than it has been the last couple of years, and that's good. We're getting that number back up at our pre-K. We have 427 at Cherokee, 507 at Greenwood, 477 at Heritage, 690 at the middle school, and 1313 at the high school /Central. Yes, yeah, come on, someone in girls.
Sure, they'll change
Clean
it
to the
Tuesday.
public, yes. Sequoia, TMS, and THS are at capacity with no room for transfers. Obviously, if they're a student that lives in our district, they come no matter what our numbers are. But as far as transfers, Cherokee still has 13 various spots, Greenwood has 7, and Heritage has 25. That means somewhere between K through 5, there are spots available. And if you need any more information on transfers, that's updated on our website daily. Something I wanted to say last month, but I get to say this month, is that we found out just recently, we did receive the 21st Century Grant again. Yay, it's our 4th grant in the last 5 years, I guess. So this is a really big deal. It's for Cherokee and Briggs again. We partner with Briggs Dependent School District. And it will be a 5-year grant for a large amount of money that helps us keep our after-school programming and running. And so we had fingers, toes, and everything crossed all summer waiting for that, and finally found out that we were chosen again. So that is my report for today. Any questions?
Okay, surplus, I need a motion to approve item G 1 through 3 with a change at number 2 from Cherokee to Greenwood.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Dr. Armstrong?
Aye.
Ms. Conklin?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford?
Aye.
And aye. Item H, discussion vote to approve or not approve the following bid.
Tell us, do I need to make a motion?
I think we got this.
Okay, I'll make the motion to approve the price quote for the passenger bus. We're gonna get 3. We
Well-
were gonna get 5, right?
We're going to get 4.
Okay,
But yes, and
Right.
Paul can
Oh, I
speak
see.
to this more intelligently than me, but with the price of the buses now, what used to be a few months ago, 5 buses is now 4.
okay. And how long will it take to get those in?
Oh, we'll have the first one, there's one 2023 model and 3 2024s. The
Okay,
only difference is the year they're built, exact same bus. The 2023 they have in stock, and so it's gonna be here, they have to outfit it, it'll be here in December. The
okay,
other 3 will be late spring, so
okay,
probably realistically next summer,
okay.
till the start of the school year.
Wow. Wow. Okay, thank you.
This is bond money, and it's the first
Right.
round of bond money that we received. And so as soon as we knew that we could start working on it, he started working on quotes because we knew it was gonna take a long time to get.
In the bond, did we put how many we wanted, or did we just put the money?
It actually says how many we want to purchase, but
But we're not messed up on the bond
No.
because we can only buy 4
no,
instead of
on what
5.
we advertised, like a flyer that we made for the public, it said we're going to buy this, but in the actual bond resolution, it just talks about transportation.
Okay,
If something weird happens and they go down, which would be great, then we would be able to fulfill that, but right now,
No.
with the quotes, it's 4.
well, 4 will work for us, right?
Yes, we had already
Good.
purchased 3, how many? did we
Purchase,
do?
we
Yes.
just got 3 last semester,
Okay.
and this we'll take 4, we're not gonna complain.
Okay, good, thank
I'll take the
you.
4, yes ma'am.
Now, if Brad were here, he'd probably complain.
Any other questions? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Dr. Eversol?
Aye.
Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford?
Aye.
And aye. A motion to approve consent items I-1 through 3. The correction on 3X, that should be Tahlequah High School boys basketball instead of girls basketball. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to point out on the contracts, we do have a contract in here with Briggs School for, we're gonna share a band teacher. We actually needed someone half-time, and he called and said, hey, you don't happen to have someone that has some extra hours? And I said, I don't, but I need a half-time person. And Josh Allen was able to conjure someone up, and we have a new band person that will be hiring, and we will be sharing them with Briggs. Also on the trips, we discussed this a little bit before we started, but there's an inordinate amount at this time of the year. We are going to work on making sure that we are fulfilling our paperwork requirements and getting things on the board agenda ahead of time or when it needs to be. So, most of our activities have gone through the year and have planned for success. We're just putting a trip form in right now for the state playoff because we know we're gonna make it. So that's why there are so many on there.
We'll commend Matt, I know a lot of these are athletics and that's good for us, it's really good for us.
Alright, any other questions, comments? Ms. Walker? Aye. Dr. Emerson?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? Aye. And aye. Item J, discussion vote to approve or not approve, following milk price increase.
You want these ones that are recommended?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second? These are set by USDA, is that correct?
That is, student prices are set by USDA, adult prices are set by the state.
Any other questions, comments? Ms. Walker? Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? Aye. Item K, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the first reading of the following handbook, alcohol behavior modification placement student rulebook. Do I have a motion?
I'll second.
Any questions or discussion? Ms. Walker? Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? And aye. Item L, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the final reading of the following handbook, athletic coaches handbook.
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? And aye. Item M, discussion and vote to approve or not approve adoption of the following policy. Policy 1015, multiple occupancy restroom and changing area. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? We'll say that this policy is required by state law for us to adopt. If we don't, we subject ourselves to losing 5% of our state funding next year. So, that, any questions, comments?
I just would like to point out that the law says we can't let them all be together, not that we have to.
Right. Yes. We have to segregate bathrooms and we have to have a policy that provides for punishment, which is the policy that we are adopting, and it is, references our normal discipline policy. Yes. Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? And aye. Item N, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the schedule of encumbrances.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman? Ms. Crawford?
Aye.
And aye. Do this one unless someone wants to, because I got a couple of corrections.
Go ahead.
Item O, I move to approve items O1 through 4, actually striking item 5 with the following inclusions. Abigail Lowe, Sequoia Paraprofessional, Mackenzie Henry, Cherokee PT Para Sub, Abella Simmons, Cherokee Special Care Para, Gentry Wright Kirk, Heritage Elementary Teacher pending certification, Tara Emerson, TMS Counselor Secretary, Cynthia Haynes, TMS Special Care Para, Catherine Draper, THS Sped Teacher, Brady Hacker, THS Band Instructor, Nicholas Morton, THS Math Teacher pending certification, Chelsea Martin, Sequoia Paraprofessional, Ann Downs, Sequoia Pre-K Teacher pending certification, Marilyn Denise Kelly, Cherokee Elementary Teacher, Chelsea Bernard, Greenwood Special Care Para, Callie Hancock, and that is a change, TMS/elementary teacher pending certification, Monica Roden, Greenwood Elementary Teacher pending certification, Brittany Mills, Heritage PT Para Sub pending Para certification, Jessica Garcia, Heritage SEL Para, Mackenzie Erickson, TMS Special Care Para, Brandy Pittman, TMS paraprofessional pending para certification. Rachel Larson, TMS library para. Rachel Waffler, TMS special care para. Clarissa Peters, THS English teacher pending certification. Ryan Barlow, THS special care para. Geraldine Brown, Central Alt Ed teacher pending certification. And Miranda Johnston, Cherokee special care para. Do I have a second? Any discussion?
She will be resigning.
We have all of our teachers, we have all of our responsibilities.
Well, Natalie just walked in the room, so she's been at an interview. We're almost fully staffed. I mean, every day something kind of pops up that was unexpected. And then we are working to fill that gap as quickly as we get it. But this morning, we thought we were. When we talked to Natalie in a few minutes, we'll know if we are again.
Any other questions? Ms. Walker?
It's been a struggle this year.
Dr. Eversole?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? And aye. Do we have any new business? And with that, this meeting is adjourned.
Good job, Nina.